Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
It's not just occasionally, but quite often, we'll find ourselves in the situation where there are problems to solve. Problems that appear to be too big for us on our own. When we talk about divine solutions, the Holy Spirit getting involved in our problems, Kameel, how does it look when there is a Holy Spirit solution? How do you recognise what a Holy Spirit solution looks like?
Great question, Neil. Let's go to the book of Acts chapter 15, where there was a massive problem of what to do with Gentile believers from a church that was run basically by Jewish people who had come to faith. Early church was Jewish. These people went to the temple. They kept the laws of Moses. They kept Sabbath. They were circumcised. What do you do with all these Gentiles that have now flooded? Should they be duty-bound to keep all these things? Or was there a better way? As it turned out, there was an amazing better way. The solution was disarmingly simple. I believe the Holy Spirit gives simple solutions. So simple, even a child can understand it. We'll see that the solution offered in Acts 15 to resolve the crisis of the early church could be distilled basically in one verse, and that's Acts 15:29. We'll look at that in a second. So the first thing is, I believe the Holy Spirit solutions often are simple, but there's a second aspect. The Holy Spirit solutions often can be practical. Now let's take a look here. You've got Gentile believers coming to faith. Unauthorized people came and said, you've got to be circumcised, keep the law of Moses, or you cannot be saved. Is that true? Who said so? Who is authorized to speak on these things? Well, the apostles were. The apostles come together. It seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to them. And you know what they came up with? We're going to lay upon you 4 simple things. Don't eat meat offered to idols. Don't eat that which is strangled. Don't eat blood. All of this had to do with temple worship of false gods. And number 4, avoid fornication in and out of heathen temples. Think of it. There were 613 commandments of Moses, and the Gentiles were exempted from all of them because the apostles recognized, like themselves, Gentiles were not saved by good works or law-keeping. Gentiles, like the Jewish apostles, were saved by faith. Their hearts are purified by faith. Why ask them to do rules and regulations that even mainstream Judaism couldn't keep? So it was a Holy Spirit solution. It was simple. It was practical. I believe just as it was for them in Acts 15, so it is for us today.
If we found that there were people coming up with solutions that were complicated and cumbersome, difficult, would that be something that would raise a red flag? Would be something that would cause an alarm bell to ring?
Possibly, yes. If it's cumbersome and complicated, could it really be the Holy Spirit? Just look at the life of Jesus and the words of Jesus. Whenever he's asked a question, he has been known to give discourses, but ultimately the answers to Jesus' questions were always simple and straightforward, and in many cases they were very practical. So just as Jesus did it, the Holy Spirit is the same. And I believe that this wonderful way of God is that you always keep it simple and practical.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.